All right, and welcome back to Brothers Talking Sports, and I am here today with Ezra and Max, a special guest Max, who normally isn't on the show, but we got him on the show today. Max, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Ezra, how we doing?
Happy to be here.
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. We got some NFL games to run over today, and let's start off with number one. The Jaguars were in London, and they stayed in London to play the Bills. Max, what do you got for us on the first one?
Calvin Ridley is a real deal. I mean that trade is. I know people thought when he was going to come back, he was just going to be another average receiver, but he's making the Jaguars more of a contender by the day. So it's kind of. I mean the Jaguars are a real AFC contender at this point. Like that is a team that they are not a bye week. You have to be prepared to play them. If not, you're not going to win.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think one of the biggest things about the Jags is they have a great run game. I mean, Travis Etienne went for 26 yards, 26 carries for 136 yards, 2 touchdowns. As what else he got on this game?
London's team was the Jacksonville Jaguars. Back-to-back wins in London. Hell of a job. Come back home and prove all the haters wrong.
Yeah, no, 2 wins in London, which is huge for the Jags. I think staying in London helped them a lot. I really do. I think that was a huge key to them in this game, and Jacksonville gets a win.
I don't even know if it's really that. I mean, Josh Allen hasn't really improved as a quarterback in a while. You still see footage of him just making the same mistakes over and over again. And like although the Jags did win and they are the better team, it is a lot of the Bills shooting themselves in the foot, 100%.
Oh yeah, no. What you call it? Josh Allen did throw an interception in this game. That's Josh Allen, but they lost 2 fumbles. Can't do that. Oh, they lost 1. I'm sorry, they lost 1. Fumbled twice though. You can't fumble
Each
twice.
team had two.
Yeah. Well, Jaguars lost it twice, so that's not good for the Jags. But they were still able to find a way, and that's what good teams do. Find a way to win even when you're on your bad days. But it's a great win for the Jags. Next game here, the Falcons win at home over the Texans 21-19. As let's start with you. What do you got?
This was a bit of a surprise.
Oh, I don't know if it was a surprise. I think the Falcons at home they're 3-0, which if you want to make something of it, you can. But it's tough to say this is a really big improvement for Desmond Ritter. He still wasn't great, but he played well. Played much better.
Yeah, Max. What do you got to say on Desmond Ritter?
I mean, they finally hit the on switch for Kyle Pitts, but I mean, they still don't have a run game. Bijan Robinson averaged 3.3 yards per carry, and we all know how good of a back he is. They still have no run game. To be honest, this looks more of like the Texans just not showing up defensively, because to be honest, this is not normal for the Falcons for them to distribute the ball to London, Pitts, even Joanna Smith out there. Like it doesn't, they don't really do that.
Yeah, no. 37 passes for Ritter for 329 yards is not something that the Falcons are very used to. They're a very much run heavy team, and have Desmond Ritter. Like I don't think he's gone over 250 passing yards this whole season. He went for 329. That says something about the Texans defense. That says they have great run defense. Only allowing Houston, Atlanta for 96 yards, but letting up 326 passing yards, 329, I'm sorry, passing yards is unacceptable. So, yeah.
Kudos to C.J. Stroud. Still has thrown a pick.
Yeah, no, he's I think the league leader in not throwing a interception with most pass attempts. So that's
started career, yes.
Yeah, that's crazy. Alrighty.
I was gonna say not right now for active quarterbacks. Brock Purdy still hasn't got a pick. Just saying.
Max also throw the Niners in there. All right, the Colts at home beat the Titans 23-16. Max, what do you got?
Everyone thought, Jonathan Taylor, this was his revenge game. Coming back. I mean, we all knew he was gonna be limited, but no, Zach Moss said trade him. Zach Moss just said, all right, I'm just gonna go do me, and he did. I mean, 7.2 yards per carry on 23 rushes, which is pretty crazy. 2 touchdowns. Yeah, I know Ant went down. I heard about that shoulder, someone with a shoulder sprain.
Yeah, he sprained his shoulder. He's gonna be out for 3 to 4 months.
But yeah, I mean,
Oof.
kudos to the Colts. They got it done.
Yeah, no, this is definitely tough. Ez, what do you got?
Tough loss for the Titans. They haven't been able to play well on the road at all this year. You have Derrick Henry over 40 yards for Derrick Henry. I don't really know. I don't know whether that's a good job by the Indy defense or it's just the Titans offense not being able to click together.
It's
Yeah.
definitely the Titans offense.
Yeah, this Titans
Definitely.
offense is it's not the same as it's been.
They have been struggling all year round.
Yeah, it's not. This
And
has.
then you have DeAndre Hopkins go 8 for 140.
Yeah, this isn't the same
Didn't
offense
find the end zone.
we have seen in the
Which-
past years, where Derrick Henry's getting his 20 to 25 carries a game. It's now limited, and I don't know whether that's because they have a premier receiver in D-Hop, but they aren't running the ball as much, and it's showing.
Mhm.
All right, let's move on here.
I mean, yeah, I think they're trying to branch out to distribute the ball a little bit more. With Spears too as the backup, getting a couple more carries. But I mean, Derrick Henry has shown no sign of slowing down and becoming worse. It's just how this offense is working is why he's really not getting the ball.
When your defense isn't as good and they get behind in games, because their pass defense is really bad, this does set the offense back a little bit. All right, the Steelers at home win 17-10, and Matt Canada still isn't fired, folks. Ez, what you got?
Tough beat for the Ravens. I thought they had this one locked up. They were up 10-3 going in half and then let up 14 in the fourth quarter and did not score the entire second half. Offensively, both sides didn't play very well, really.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
low scoring
Kenny
game.
Pickett for 4, Lamar threw for 236, nothing impressive. Lamar threw a pick. I mean, less than 100 rushing yards for the Steelers, 125 total rush yards for the Ravens. And offensively not impressed, but the Steelers defense continued to shine. I mean, they played well.
Yeah, Max, what do you got?
Yeah, I think we all saw the Ravens had a bit of a drop problem. A lot of drops.
Oh yeah, a lot of drops.
But I mean, like then if they don't have this drop problem, this is the win game. I mean, Najee Harris again had a terrible performance. 2.6 yards per carry. This guy literally runs in slow motion. Like I don't understand. Yes, I backhand is going to be fine, 100%. Get him out of here. Like you have so much talent on this team, you really do. I mean, Pickens is starting to get going. He had a great game.
Yeah,
but
Pickens is good.
Nothing is working here. There's no progress. Because next week they're gonna have a whole reset and it gets destroyed. It's gonna be a pattern of you lose 2, you win 1.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be back and forth like that.
Well, listen to this. I'm gonna give you the point differential. The Pittsburgh have scored 79 points. They've allowed 110 points. That's terrible.
Oof.
So Baltimore.
But that's 3-2.
Baltimore, yeah, exactly, and Baltimore has scored 109 points, but only let up 75. So it's very shocking how Pittsburgh is still being able to win games with their defense, just because of how good their offense is. Just because of how good their defense is. T.J. Watt is right now the defensive player of the year, and he's playing like it every single week. I mean, man, this guy. I said it last year when he got hurt. I was like, damn, because he could have won it again. But this guy is insane. He might go down as one of the best defensive players, right up there with LT when it's all said and done. But another win for gritty,
It's a stretch.
grindy win for the Steelers, though. The Eagles win 23-14 over the Rams. Max, what you got?
It's expected. Again, this is the Eagles. It's the Super Bowl last year with the Rams, who are just slowly falling apart due to age. I mean, yeah, this is what you're gonna expect from the Eagles. Like, they're just gonna go out there and win games. I don't think they're as good as they are last year, but they are still very up there as being one of the best teams in the NFL. I mean, yeah, they got everybody going again. AJ Brown. Swift has been looking better by the week. Hurts is limiting his turnovers, although he did throw a pick. But yeah, when he limits his turnovers and they're able to move the ball and the defense plays like how they usually do, the Eagles are rolling. Like you can't really stop them. You just can't.
Yeah, the Eagles do a lot of good things. And I thought that the Rams would score a lot more than 14 points in this game. I know the Eagles have one of the best run defenses in the league, and they have a great secondary and just an all-around great team. But 14 points for Ram with Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, all the guys on the team, really. And just flat out didn't perform today. As what he got for this game.
I'm just kind of proud of the Rams for trying to hang with the Eagles. It wasn't a blowout. Not that I expected it to be a blowout, but the Rams didn't get steamrolled. Not really a bright spot in a loss by 9, but bright spot there a little bit. I mean, your offense did not turn the ball over at all.
No,
it wasn't terrible.
No, this is
just a very, very tough team to beat, and I think we're going to talk about it later, but we got a hell of a matchup when Philly and the Niners go at it.
Yeah, but this is a Rams team that is, I wouldn't say they're at that Super Bowl level, but they're getting back to there very slowly, and with the youth of Puka Nacua and Tutu Atwell, this is a team that could definitely go out there in 2 to 3 years and really compete for a Super Bowl. All right, the Bengals win 34-20 as Joe Burrow gets back on track with another win to improve their record to 2-3. Ez, I'll shoot back to you again. What do you got?
This was the Joe Burrow we've seen and we expect. I mean, this is how he's got to play if he wants to continue to win.
Definitely.
He had one pick, didn't fumble. Now one pick's okay because he threw three touchdowns and threw for 317. I mean, you had Jamar, 15 catches, 192, and 3 touchdowns. Bro put up like 50 fantasy points.
Yeah.
But that's Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. It's normal. Like, we're all freaking out, but this is what they should be doing against the Arizona Cardinals, and that's exactly what they did.
Yep. Max, what do you got?
I'm not gonna. Yeah, they didn't play good, but I'm just like, it is Arizona. Come on.
No,
like they're very easy to scheme against. I don't want to hear like, oh, I'm gonna disrespect them because they just. I mean, yeah, it's a shit show over there, but yeah, I mean, Jamar Chase getting 19 targets is something to where it looks like the defense didn't even adjust at all. But after 10 targets, you might have to be like, all right, we should probably double this guy, because I bet they did not. I bet there was no adjustments. Because I mean, at 12, you shouldn't really get past. Like, no one should be getting 19 targets a game.
No.
You just shouldn't. I mean, yes, you did throw 46 times, but 19 is a little absurd when you have Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon in the pass game. It's just.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No T Higgins in this game, so you would expect, somebody else to, step up and, not step up in this game, but for the Cardinals to adjust and make differences and not allow Jamar Chase at the big game, make somebody else beat you, and they didn't do that, which is not too surprising by the Cardinals. But I do want to talk about how the Cardinals gave the ball to the Bengals 3 times. The Bengals only scored 34 points. Now, 34 points is a lot, but giving the ball to the Bengals 3 extra times, like, I don't know. I expect a little bit more from the Bengals in this game. If you told me they beat them by 20 points, sure, but they won by 14 in this game, and this is still a Bengals team I'm still very worried about. I know everybody wants to look at the box score and be like, oh, this is great stuff. But if you told me Joe Burrow got 3 extra possessions in this game, and they didn't lose any, they didn't turn the ball over, they turned the ball over once, you got to expect a little bit more from the Bengals against the Cardinals here, and I would just like to see a little bit more. Okay, that leaves us to the Jet game. The Jets beat the Broncos 31-21 in the Nathaniel Hackett Bowl. Oh, Jesus. Max, what do you got?
I mean, I saw this game live. Bruce Hall's a monster. Averaged 8.0 yards per carry on 22 rushes. That is Broncos had no answer for him.
Broncos have no answer for anybody.
Yeah, I mean, but the Jets watching it too. This was a battle of who's worse. It was one of those matchups. It was not. Nobody played good. No one really played good.
Except for Brees Hall.
Yeah, besides him. I don't really know how to talk on this game. I watched it live too, and I'm still there's not much to say on it. It's kind of just it's like when it's 11 o'clock at night and there's a TV show on and you don't really want to watch it, but it's on. It's like one of those games.
I like
this. This is a background. This is a background game when you're eating. When you're out eating, nobody really wanted to see this matchup, but it happened. I mean, maybe you might have for the head coaching history, but other than that, this was just a disaster of a game.
Mm-hmm. That's what he got.
Yeah, like Max said, this was not pretty. Brees Hall, hell of a job, hell of a day. But I don't know. Denver looks terrible. They're both bad. I mean, are the Jets going to be able to stack this and win multiple games? No. What do we think this is? They played the Broncos. Come on. The Broncos fumbled 4 times, and of that, they lost 3.
Yeah. No, it was just.
I mean, ugly.
Yeah. No, it was just a complete ugly game by both teams, and that you guys hit on the mark. I'm not even gonna beat the stick. All right, the Chiefs win 27-20 over the Vikings. I think the biggest story before we even talk about the game in itself, Justin Jefferson out for the next 4 weeks. So let's not even talk about this game. The Chiefs do win. Let's talk about what the Vikings are going to do the rest of this season. Max, I'll start with you. What happens with Kirk Cousins?
They're gonna go on another long losing streak. You got to realize that Justin Jefferson is. I mean, he's single-handedly carrying this team in yards, touchdowns, receiving wise. He's pretty much everywhere. Because obviously you saw the stat in the run game. They cannot break tackles.
Yeah,
they can't.
This was another game for Alexander Madison. 8 carries, 26 yards. It's just not possible. I know they got Cam Akers a little bit more involved, but even that still, he was 5 carries, 15 yards, so he wasn't doing too much either. As what else he got?
I would not be surprised to see Kirk Cousins not in a Vikings jersey next year. Mm-hmm. Or at the end of this season, too. I mean, hell. You never know. Starting 1-4, it's tough, and now you're losing generational talent, which is your entire offense based around him.
Yeah, this feels like a team that won't have Kirk Cousins next season. I think you'll see Drake May or Bo Nix on this team as coming next year, and even if they lose even more games, you could see Caleb Williams on this team next year. Caleb Williams and Justin Jefferson would be something special.
That's what I meant.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm the Vikings, I'm looking at tanking. You got a rough schedule coming up the next few weeks.
And you also still have T.J. Hawkinson, who is a young tight end too.
Well, not a rough schedule. I can't say that. They have the Bears next week, but
yeah, but the Bears have looked good over the past couple weeks.
It's not gonna be pretty for them.
Yeah, but
they got the Niners coming up too.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with them, but but most likely Kirk Cousins won't be there next year. All right, last game we will really go into. The Raiders win 17-13 over the Packers. Let's start with you on this one.
Oh God. So I got a lot of Packer fans that are. I don't like the Packers, but the end of this game was tough to watch if you want to see the Packers win a football game. Jordan Love, I think the stat was 1 for 10 on passes over 10 yards. And he threw 3 interceptions to a defense that had 1 pick coming into this the last 4 weeks. What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
I mean, yeah, this
Tough.
I mean, no offense. You're losing to Jimmy Garoppolo on a primetime game is never a good look. It's never a good look. It's bad for Green Bay, man. They can't get anything going. And I mean, the Raiders are, I wouldn't say they're a disaster, but their quarterback play has been terrible. This man is leading the league in interceptions. But Jordan Love showed him what interceptions looked like last night. Like, wasn't good.
No, this was an ugly game for the Packers, and the Packers very well could be one of the worst teams in the league right now. When you add, if they lose that Saints game, they were down 17-0 to the Saints, and they came back. But if they don't come back in that game, they're looking at 1-4, and you're talking about Jordan Love in a little bit of a different light than you are right now. But 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, essentially says it all for the Packers. I mean, this was a bad game for Green Bay. 13 points against a bad Raiders defense as well. This is one that the Packers are going to look back on and think, wow, we could have beaten this team, and now you're thinking about a completely different season that the Packers are going to have. So, all right, let's run down the couple games that we didn't talk about. The Lions win 42-24 over the Panthers. Not much to say in that game. Lions did their job.
Lions are legit.
Dolphins win 31-16 over the Giants. Dolphins again took care of business. Giants suck.
The Giants are bad. Yeah. Oscar, this is not good. The Giants are bad.
Yeah, as there's not much to talk about, they're terrible. I can't sit in here and hype on the train that they're terrible every week. I know. The Saints win 34-0 over the Patriots. The Patriots again, just like the Giants, both their offenses are the worst in the league.
They're bad.
Yeah, they're 32. Giants are 31. And the 49ers win 42-10 over the Cowboys. In a big matchup, anticipated matchup. Max, I'll let you take the floor here for a minute or two.
I mean, man, how about the Niners? They are by far the most dominant, overpowered team the NFL has seen in a while. I mean, you're looking at, like, not only is their roster loaded, their quarterback play is amazing. I mean, I just saw this earlier. Think about, like, you guys want to say he's a system quarterback. It didn't work for Jimmy G. It didn't work for Trey Lance. The amount of time both of them been there, it did not work for them. Purdy came in, last pick in the draft, and pretty much turned this whole thing around. Like, I really do think he is legit. He knows what he's doing. I watch him play. He's a great quarterback. I can't, like, I'm not gonna say he's not a system quarterback. This guy's legit. This team is legit. This is my Super Bowl favorite right now by far, up there with the Eagles. I don't think the AFC is anything comes close with it. Like, I don't.
All right.
Thanks, Oscar.
No, sorry, the dogs are barking. I had to mute my mic for a second. That's all, you guys. But the Niners had a great game out there. And I thought the Niners were going to win pretty single-handedly, but this was one that the 49ers really went out there and handled their business a lot better than.
It looked like they didn't even try.
Exactly.
It literally looked like they weren't. Like, it didn't. It looked fucking easy as shit for them.
Yeah, and this is something.
If I'm playing this team, I'm scared of seeing them how easily they outsmarted this team.
Yeah, no, this was one for the Cowboys just to understand that they're not on the Niners level. They're not.
No.
It's tough to be on the Niners level, though.
Max being a Niners fan, of course he's going to talk up the Niners. But, okay, you can talk them all.
Okay. What do you mean talk up? What's the flaw with this team?
Can
you name one flaw with this team?
No, they're that good. My point is, the bias is there, but it doesn't matter. They're that good.
You're saying the bias is there, but they're flawless. What can you hate?
They are. They're that good. No, I'm agreeing. They're that good.
All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up for today. Max, I appreciate for you guys being on, and we'll see you guys next time.